let me tell you, how have you been manipulated since childhood, and why is it so hard to succeed in this world?
By the beginning, I want to tell you this video is not to encourage you in some kind of pessimism or depression or whatever, but it describes the reality as it is. The purpose of this video is to guide you to stand up more for your human rights and realizing the root of the evil I'm going to talk about now. So you feel like you cannot escape from things like, for example, poverty, violation of the human rights, bad health, bullying at school, and so on. And yes, you're right, because every aspect of human's lives is controlled by the narcissist. Well, I'm going to talk about this in another video called Narcissism Through History, so please stay tuned. Unfortunately, in the society, narcissism is seen as something normal. But hey, it's not normal. And when I say all the aspects of life, then I mean all. I mean everything. Every single thing in humans' lives. Along the statistics, most of the high positions, for example, politics, CEOs, top managers, doctors, lawyers, are occupied by the narcissists. And finally, this makes sense, because narcissists like to control other human beings. They see the world as a pyramid scheme or otherwise hierarchy, while a normal person sees every being on this earth equally. Narcissists are the biggest oppressors, telling you what to do, how to live your life, even how to feel, for example, toxic positivity. They are the ones who set all these gender norms, inequality, classism, racism, homophobia, patriarchy, and so on. And the most scary thing is that 30% of the world's populations have narcissistic traits. And why the number is so high? And it's because the supporters of the narcissist are also narcissists. So you see, it's very hard to avoid them. And they are the ones from who you get abused somehow. By the way, I have made a song about the silence, dogmatism, and oppression set by narcissists. It is called Break the Silence, so please check it out. Well, let's get back to the video. When you experience some kind of abuse, you're getting constantly told that you must forgive, or that he didn't mean to hurt you, or if you make revenge, you will become the bad person. So actually you become paralyzed. And guys, this is called gaslighting. And for those who don't know what gaslighting is, it is a manipulative tactic used by narcissists in order to question your own reality, to switch the blame on you, to make you feel badly about yourself, to feel guilty for defending your own human rights. Humans start to be indoctrinated by the school system since very early childhood, and in some countries kids are obligated to be sent to maternity school, which can really destroy their lives in the future simply by stealing their own authenticity and by enforcing the obedience. And the worst thing is when a child gets bullied. When a child goes to complain about the bully to the teachers, who are in many cases also narcissists or the supporters of the narcissists, the teacher starts gaslighting him and saying like, nothing really bad happens to you, so what you're complaining about? And when a child tries to stand up by himself, the teacher starts yelling at him like crazy, or the teacher starts blaming the child for provoking those kids who bully him. And this kind of tactic is called victim blaming. And these narcissistic children who bully continue to commit crimes over and over, and who knows if they may appear in politics or as CEO and telling you how to live your life again. The main problem with the school system is not the fields of the education, but actually the way of teaching. I would call this indoctrinating instead, because this is anti-education. The school system does not evaluate when a child is good at learning or does not focus on developing talents of each children, but punishes the child for making a mistake. And this is fertile soil for developing depression or anxiety. And I should not forget indoctrinating children to follow the gender stereotypes in some countries. Then the teenage age comes, and especially women start to get objectified, catcalled, sexualized, even since they're 11 years old. which develops fear of going out, for example. The girl is told not to dress up inappropriately instead of teaching men not to bother women. And then you get all these weird beauty standards set by Hollywood, unrealistic expectations when searching for a job, which creates the sense of not being good enough. Then you graduated school, you search for a job, and another punch in your face hits you again. It is called hustle culture. Like as I said, the unrealistic expectations, low wages, bad working conditions, crazy working schedules, so you end up without having free time for yourself, for your hobbies, because these narcissistic bosses suck you all the energy so you cannot even focus on developing yourself. Like for example, having hobbies, visiting friends, family, improving your health. And when you say you want to improve your working conditions, you get gaslighted again. Nobody forced you to stay in this job, find another one, or that you're just lazy. Well, actually, when in most companies the working conditions are the same. And then you're wondering why you're always broke. Yeah, capitalism. Buying a house seems impossible for young generations. Rents are extremely expensive, so how can you save money when you're underpaid while your narcissistic boss owns Ferrari and villa on Bahamas? And then let's say you want to escape this rat race. You're searching for how. You find all these kind of self-help gurus and get rich curses for thousands of dollars. You're getting manipulated again. You're told if you don't buy their courses, you will remain in the rat race, that it's too late to buy Bitcoin or Amazon stock, for instance. And that this curse is life-changing opportunity, this will never repeat. Let's say you buy some of these courses or you get involved into multi-level marketing. Instead of proper education about finances, you just get another motivation bullshit. And then let's say you don't see any improvements, as is normal in these courses. And then guess what? You get gaslighted again by the narcissistic guru who will tell you, oh, you didn't work hard enough. And then you have the medical gaslighting. As the big corporations own everything, control all aspects of humans' lives, are driven by narcissists. You already know about the toxicity of the pesticides, chemicals in the cosmetics, and most of this is polluting your body so you easily get sick. And let's say you visit a doctor with these issues. In better cases, he will prescribe you another chemicals with tons of side effects. In worst case, he will start to invalidate your feelings when you're already in pain and you need help. Well, another solution how to avoid these health issues as much as possible. Yes, there is alternative, but it is usually more expensive. Like for instance, there is homeopathy which can heal certain diseases. Like for example, I healed my allergies with it, but prepare yourself, it will take several months or years to heal from all this poison. And then you can plant your own food to avoid pesticides, but you need money to buy a house with garden. As I said, the wages are too low to save so much money and starting your own business in these days. There is little chance you will succeed when the big corporations took all over the market. And when I talk about the health issues, the thing is not only the chemicals in food or cosmetics, but it's also caused by the chronic stress, by the pressure of the narcissist who told you everything since you were a child. Thank you for watching till the end, and if you like my video, please subscribe to my channel.